The most anti-worker government we've seen in decades is the previous government. It was the previous government that ordered vaccine mandates for workers. Never before have we seen the rights of workers across this country be eroded so swiftly. Not only did this erode workers' freedom of choice and bodily autonomy, so many people were forced out of their jobs because the government refused to look at other options like rat tests. Rather than listen to those affected workers, the previous government pushed them to the margins of society. The previous government's legislative overreach led to ostracism and division that have hugely impacted our civil society and had a negative impact on the employment and earnings of Kiwi individuals.
Good.
This government is delivering for all workers, including the over 85% who are not union members.
Supplementary. Does she think that abolishing fair pay agreements, bringing back fire at will, ordering mass public sector layoffs and cutting back increases to the minimum wage is taking New Zealand workers forwards or backwards?
Mr. Speaker, we need a labour market that works for business, because when it works for business, it works for workers. We need to have business confidence built back, which we knew crashed under the previous government. When we have confidence of business, we will have more and better jobs for other Kiwis in our country. I think it's really important that what we have achieved under this government and what we're committed to do is what people were asking the previous government to do, to look at the barrier between an employee and a contractor and clarify it. The previous government was asked by workers and businesses to do it and failed. We are actually committed to making life easier for workers and businesses to get on with what they do rather than trying to wheedle their way through compliance.
Who should New Zealanders believe? The Minister who says this government is making life easier for workers, or the New Zealand Council of Trade Unions President Richard Wagstaff, who says that this government has launched an all-out assault on workers' rights?
Mr. Speaker, they should believe this government. Because we don't represent just the less than 15% of New Zealanders who are labour union members. We represent all workers. We want businesses to have confidence to employ people in our country across a range of industries, from your supermarket worker to your seafood processor, everyone in between. We care about having the cost of living decrease by getting our inflationary pressure under control, so more people have more of their own money in their own back pockets. We care about building that business confidence so they have more money.
The Honourable Willie Jackson.
Mr. Speaker, is the Minister aware of any reports of employers consuming alcohol at work and then telling workers they are losers and to F off? And if so, what advice would she give to workers who've been subjected to this type of abuse?
Mr. Speaker, I see lots of reports all the time on various sectors of our economy. However, I would just suggest that I think it's very important that we respect all workers in New Zealand, everybody who gets up every day, who contributes to our economy and is hard-working. You know, they have my backing.